like read the script and then sort of like couldn't quite picture it for a minute, and then I don't know, yeah, I just started doing some sketching and stuff, and then I ended up having to kind of start making a model. So I made a small model of the space, like to scale, and then just started playing around with like pieces of paper to get just like different curves for the walls and stuff, and figure out kind of how it could be laid out. Figuring out how to make the Marquis cell and make sort of the other spaces at Charenton like kind of collapse into one space, but also be separate and kind of let that be fluid. Like, I guess, like Stacy and I ended up deciding to try to figure out how to present it really all in the same area without like a lot of division between them. And I guess I'm still a little surprised at how well that works with lighting and sound and other cues to kind of tell you where you are.
It's not easy to find pieces that belong, you know, in the late 1700s. So it's been quite a process of just locating everything that we need for it. And then trying to keep it within sort of some semblance of historical reality, but at the same time like taking a character like the Marquis de Sade and just sort of exaggerating him a little bit, so he's just a little more sort of flamboyant and a bit more kind of peacocky than everybody else. So trying to balance something that also looks like it, you know, you could pick it up and plonk it back in history somewhat, but having that little bit of kind of surreality in there as well.
From my angle of like what I've done for the design, I hope that people like feel like they stepped into a space and were like pretty thoroughly immersed in it throughout the show. It's just like a riot. It's just wild and shocking. I was like very excited to read it and like kind of couldn't put it down. So I feel like that's a good sign, right?